Hi everybody, here's Krystian from Teamworkcast.
And I would tell you what my name is, but I'm too busy clicking on my email.
Nick is distracted again, but I will make sure that he stays with us today because this is Netrunner with Teamworkcast. This is the final round of a tournament at Hiveworld in Cologne, and it's the 26th of June.
Nice.
Yes. And on the left we have Ermel. On the right it's me. I'm HB. Ermel is what, Nick?
Wait, Ermel from the Garfield cartoon?
Yeah, almost like this, but without the N in front, just Ermel.
Nice. That looks like Andromeda over there. So they get to draw 9 cards.
And I get 1 credit whenever I install something. Actually, it's not quite like normal, because normal is with an A in here, and he's with an E in
Oh.
there. So it's actually not like normal at all.
So much of the criticism of Netrunner can begin with Andromeda, in that you have to begin with the most optimal turn, or else you are subject to the random number generator.
It's really interesting because, like, for a lot of the different fractions, the identities from the core set are the strongest, or at least the more successful ones, because the capabilities are so universal. You know, they work with every deck. But with criminals, only criminals are, I think, the only ones where Andromeda, who is not from a core set, is actually more popular among the pro gamers.
You know, I identify so strongly with Wizard, but I think I've only ever made 1 Wizard deck.
You mean, we all have, I think, the runner that we really love, but that never actually works when you build a deck.
Yeah. Runner and a professor. The professor mostly because I'm in a PhD program and a professor.
You're a professor, Nick.
I am Professor Putty.
You have an unlimited influence, but you can only have one of all those things.
Yes, a jack of all trades, but a master of none. That is the Putty way.
So the game begins to look at how nice Ermel is. He reminds me that I gain a credit because I install 3 things, and one of the things gives me a credit. So Ermel just put a credit for me in there. How nice of him.
That's very nice. You know, I noticed the other day somebody was talking about how Netrunner fans are much nicer than most fans.
Yeah.
I think I would agree with this. Although the people who have made fun of us, who started Cringegate, perhaps are not as nice as everybody else.
Well, you know, I think online there's always somebody who is like very, very into a game who really wants to see, you know, high quality coverage, and whenever they see somebody failing but gaining still publicity, they kind of feel bad about this. Ermel gets out a data sucker, and then he does a dirty laundry run, I guess, on Archives.
Yeah, it had to have been on Archives. Otherwise, you would have been doing something.
Yeah. And then Ermel still has 2 clicks left because he's Andromeda, and he has to play a card with every click.
Desperado.
There is Desperado.
You know, it's like Alienware.
Same old thing. Alienware?
That's what the Desperado console is. It's the Alienware. It's a little triangle case that they just designed. I think it's weird.
I don't know. I think I always think about Alienware as kind of like a thing that you show off with.
Yeah.
And the Desperado is not really show offy. It's just, you know, like a bread and butter kind of console.
So maybe Desperado is just a Dell. Like, hey dude, you bought a Dell, or like a HP.
Yeah, it's not the sexiest console, but it's the one that you kind of always end up using because it just does the job.
Yeah. You're like, I need a computer. Give me that $35 case. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so I get, wow, look at me. I'm spreading out my influence. I have, interestingly, I have an empty remote server, and then I decided to put something else in there.
And he's running on
R&D, and he finds an Eli there.
Ah, the little boy.
The little boy. Eli always reminds me a little bit of Akira.
Kaneda!
Tetsuo!
You know, I downloaded that not too long ago. I should watch it.
It's a very good movie. Especially, I really appreciate the music nowadays. It's weird, but it's amazing.
Yeah, I would agree. I also saw they're putting out Cowboy Bebop on Blu-ray now, so that'll be nice.
Oh yeah, now you're gonna have to get this one. That's amazing music. All right, so Ermel doesn't break Eli, and then he runs on HQ, and then he finds a Roto Turret. Sadly, Roto Turret doesn't actually trash a program in this case, so I'm not exactly sure why I res it. I have an idea why I rested.
Because you can now say, I don't hate you.
No, actually, I might have like a lot of agendas on my hand, and I really want to keep him out, because so far in this tournament, I always had bad luck with people getting agendas from my hand.
Are you still there? That's all every time I see Rototurret, that's all I can think of. The turrets in...
My favorite quote of the turrets is, I'm different. Anyway, you have Katie Jones. Katie Jones is also different from all the other Katies, because she's the Jones. Ermel being distracted right now with a cell phone. Somebody gives him tips on how to defeat me, I would assume.
I just sent an email to Bob from marketing.
About the TPS reports?
Mm-hmm.
That would be great if we get them done. By the way, I iced up archives there, so I really like to ice up archives even though there is no reason for it. Just to...
oh, no!
Oh, Rototurret gets the parasite. Great. Ermel gets to Axel, but he doesn't find an agenda. He just finds
the Viper.
The Viper.
Is this gonna wipe my windows?
I love your German accent.
It comes from G.I. Joe. I'm sorry.
And then Ermel clicks Katie Jones. He doesn't. This was a great move to get access to HQ, but it didn't pay off too well. And I plugged the hole.
Ooh. Apparently there's going to be a big old storm.
Big old storm, Nick.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
I don't there's thunder and things. So if you hear thunder and stuff, it's because I'm sitting outside. You know.
During a storm.
During a storm. I got my metal suit of armor on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You're like one of those storm chaser guys, like building like a Batmobile.
Yeah. I am like Helen Hunt in that movie Tornado.
Mm.
You know, I'm taking out my dad issues on the weather.
Is it Tornado or is it Twister?
Twister. I'm
Twister.
Sorry.
Man, a classic.
Cringe gate.
To all the Twister fans out there. All right, Ermel is having troubles. He draws a lot of cards and he just clicks Katie Jones. He doesn't do too much, which gives me an opportunity to res the Eve campaign there and get some money from selling.
Ermel, you have done a bad thing, because once the glacier starts building, all it is pain, just pain. You gotta get in there fast and furious. You gotta be like Iceman.
Yeah, I to be perfectly honest, like I did quite well with the HB in this tournament, right? I think I lost only once against Gerion, right?
Yeah,
because he found like all the agendas immediately. So yeah, I'm doing quite well with HB, and yeah, once you start icing up, it gets really difficult. So Ermel, let's see about that. He sure gambles. He gets those 4 credits, which is pretty sweet for him right now. And then sadly we can't see how much money he has because he uses his tiny dice. But he runs on Eve campaign and a Viper stops him. I remind him that there's a trace associated with this. So the first trace, he loses a click. The second trace stops the run. I'm trying to hear how much I increased the trace, but I think I didn't increase the trace at all because I haven't paid any credits. So he paid himself through the end run trace and then paid to trash Eve campaign, Nick. He trashed the Eve campaign. He's one of those.
What a social justice warrior. Mm-hmm. Wait, I made a mistake, that joke yesterday. I take it back.
We are repeating this joke over and over again. We should find better jokes, Nick. Air quotes, better jokes.
Air quotes.
And there's a new card installed in that Eve campaign server. not a very secure server, but I'm at this point I'm really about taxing him. Of course, with Katie Jones out, he always can get this boost of money that he needs to run something expensive. Let's see about that. I ice up some stuff on HQ and R&D, and I'm feeling good about myself.
You should feel good about yourself. You've got your own playmat down there. You're well thought of in the Netrunner community. You have many video games associated with you.
No, I mean in this game. Nick, I feel good about myself because I'm recording this podcast with you.
Everyone else in the world just cringed. Mm-hmm. My heart just got a little down.
However, I am a little bit poor. I have only 3 credits. So if he runs on something, I probably won't be able to res it.
Your game right now is like me in real life after buying my computer.
Oh man. And I can actually afford another Viper. So Ermel now gets to break through another Viper. I wonder if he pays through the traces now.
Let's see you pay for a trace. Oh wait.
He decides not to break the traces. He loses a click. And then has one more click left. I guess you gotta have to click Katie at this point, right? Mm. What else would you do?
Shake your hand and walk away. Good job, man. That glacier of Vipers is intense.
Nobody scored yet. Everything is open. I mean, we haven't seen any breakers from Ermel yet, so everything is open, and we see that there is a account siphon on his hand. Sadly, of course, I don't have the money, so the account siphoning is not very useful at this point. He couldn't do it anyway because he's like a criminal, you know, and just to show me what he's capable of. All right, R&D interface, Nick. R&D interface.
Ragdoll interface.
So R&D interface is interesting because now I know that he will probably will want to do a lot of pressure on R&D. With Eli there, R&D is pretty well defended right now. It will be very taxing for him to exploit this. And there's another ice there. We don't know what it is. And he sure gambles to get more monies. And I uncover that card that was that was installed in that server. And it is we are mining on the moon, Nick. We're mining on the moon.
That's the place. That's where the Nazis are, man. That's where they've been hiding since World War II.
And also, that's what is his name again? The actor from Moon.
Oh, I cannot remember. I can't remember names anymore. I don't know what's happened to me. I believe I have early onset Alzheimer's.
I sometimes can remember names. I cannot remember names of people I met in person, which is very, very awkward always.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't ever meet people in the real world because I live in State College, Pennsylvania, and there's nothing near me. So
at least you have a new cat. What is your cat's name?
His name is Jackson.
Jackson. Is this Jackson Howard?
I wish. Yeah, I'm going to call him Jackson Howard, but they called him Jackson because they liked Jack the Pirate, Jack Sparrow.
All right, Nick. Jackson is Jackson Howard now, all right?
Okay. Jackson Howard works.
The one-eyed cat. Ermel is struggling a little bit right now. There is Melange Mining Corp, which I clicked last turn, which really gives me a lot of money. He really needs to get in there. He really needs a lot of money. He does have a bit of money to get in there. But, yeah, that doesn't win him the game. It just prevents me from getting money. Difficult situation, Nick. Difficult situation.
You know, there are many difficult things in this world. I like that Netrunner simulates some of them so that we can prepare for them.
Yes.
Netrunner is good life training.
Yeah.
I think that the gamification folks should embrace Netrunner in its entirety. And that Richard Garfield should become the champion of gamification over James Paul G, who he can defeat in a steel cage match.
Wow, Nick dropping some mad game studies knowledge right there.
I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, Ermel decides to run on Melange Mining Corp, which really you have to run on there, right? So I'm putting 2 credits or 3 credits into the trace to stop him.
I built a deck recently with Harmony MedTech.
So for him to get through all the way through, he has to pay 4, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, he trashes Melange Mining Corp.
But I put so much stuff in this deck that is mostly please run on everything. Please. This is the hospital that you go into and you will never come out again.
The Tenon Institute for runners who cannot run good.
The Jackson Howard Institute.
The Tennis Institute. Man, that's my favorite name. Have you seen the new Final Fantasy 15 preview?
No, I've been actually thinking about it because everyone was flipping out about it.
Yeah, because it's basically guys having a road trip in a convertible.
Is it really?
Yeah.
They had an amazing girl power game for Final Fantasy X2. They need to have a bro off,
It's absolutely bro off. So 4 guys sitting in a convertible and riding through a fantasy landscape and defeating dragons. I installed a card in that server with a Viper.
I think that Square Enix should just take a cue from Super Troopers. And it's just a bunch of bros in a bad situation trying to make the best of things.
I think it's pretty much that thing.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
Ermel gets out a ferry.
I'm pre-ordering right now.
And then runs on R&D. He really needs to get in. But sadly, there are no sentries on R&D. There's just an Heimdall and an Eli. Wow, that R&D, man, look at this.
Why? Why would you faceplant into a Heimdall? That's just bad. Bad form. Bad form.
Well, he had a ferry out, and he uses his deck the same way I use my Andromeda deck, which is, without the ferry, I'm not running, or I'd rather not run. And ferry I think always ferry protects me against dangerous ice. Sadly, there are also other ice that can be dangerous, like Heimdall. So it does do brain damage. Not sure what Ermel's going to do about this. I think he broke the brain damage subroutine with a click. Mm-hmm. And then he checks out. And then he clicks Katie Jones.
I think it's unfair. Well, it's a balancing mechanic of allowing people to click through things like that. I think the game should be more hardcore. It shouldn't be for these damn casuals. I won't call them casual gamers. They're just casuals.
Oh, Nick, you're such a troll. Anyway, I mentioned Final Fantasy 15 because there is a beautiful mashup between because there's 4 dudes sitting in a car. Somebody did a comic. I think it was Control-Alt-Delete, where it is the scene from Zoolander, Wake Me Up Before You Go.
Oh, God. Are they all really pretty?
Yeah,
are they the prettiest Japanese men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if different types,
If it was snow, cloud, squall, and Cecil, that would be awesome.
They kind of look like this. Anyway, Ermel runs on that server, another different server. I don't trust the ice there, and he finds an ash which he trashes.
And Barrett is the villain.
Alright, so we have Katie Jones, a lot of money. We have Mr. Lee out as well. So
is that 9 credits? 9 credits on Katie?
Yes, no, it is. It can't. It should be 9. Yes, it is 9. Of course, it is 9.
Okay.
And Ermel himself has 2 credits. A little bit problematic using dice with those recordings because it's so difficult to read exactly how much money there is.
And,
but,
unless the place that you're going to is set up to record every table, this is probably the best that you can deal with.
Well, to be perfectly honest, it's probably not the highest resolution. My GoPro can record in 4K.
Yeah.
But I did some tests with that, and it's actually not the lens itself is not as sharp.
I was going to say, even though you're recording in that massive resolution, I doubt you're really going to get much better than this.
Yeah, it's close to the. I mean, I could still do better, but it's close to the maximum. There's a new GoPro. There's a new GoPro coming out, but I don't think I'm gonna get it because I don't see so many advantages.
Sell me your old one.
All right, so we have a new server, and there is 2 cars inside and protected by an ice.
I'm gonna guess that this is an Ash and an agenda. And this may be our first agenda in this game.
That would be great.
Yeah, things could start happening.
I think it is protected. I like to protect my external servers with toll booths. But on the other hand, I probably wouldn't do that because I have so little money, right?
It is true. You don't have much in the way of cash.
So not sure what will happen now. Ermel is thinking about things.
So have you gotten your new tokens yet? Have you decided what you're going to make?
No, I haven't yet because the Fab Lab where I want to produce them is still they have like schedule problems. Well, eventually. All right, he runs on it anyway. So this is caduceus now. The first trace stays at 3. He pays his 3.
Now has no money.
And now he has no money, and then I guess he pays 2 because Andromeda has 1, and then the second trace doesn't matter anymore because he doesn't have any money anymore. He could get Katie Jones and run again.
Nope, he just clicks her. I don't think he's gonna run.
Ha! Fascinating.
But he forced you to pay money, so there's no way that you can score that thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Unless you magically put in shipment from Sansan or something. Fun. I don't know.
Huh. And then he trashes Katie Jones. Ah, and it is a Melange Mining Corp. It's not an agenda after all. So I will probably click for 7 credits.
I would hope so. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Oh, Ermel, you should have taken Katie Jones and continued the run.
I saw Dominic had just watched the first Dominic game on Twitter the other day.
So what did he say?
Who's that doofus that you're playing? It looks like he doesn't know how to do anything.
Oh, Dominic. He make it. I tell you, he make a pact with the devil. He controls the random number generator. He has special powers. This man.
What's that Denzel Washington movie about the devil?
Oh man, I forgot. All right. He runs on the Melange Mining Corp. And he breaks the caduceus with a fairy. And then there is an Ash in there, which I res. The trace is not increased. So he just has to pay, I think, 4 in total to get to trash the Melange Mining Corp.
Fallen.
Actually, he trashes both. Yeah, he trashes both. All right. So it's like, I don't know, 6 credits in total? Might be wrong there. Somebody will cringe and correct me in the comments, I would assume.
I'm already cringing. I'm perma-cringed. You know, my mom always said, if I made my face like that, sometimes it's just going to stick. And you know what? I cringed and it stuck. But the movie is called Fallen.
Fallen?
Yes.
I haven't seen that one.
There's a spirit, and every time the spirit has invaded, is about to die.
Is it a new
one? It
one?
goes to a new body. No, it's from like 98.
There was a recent one, or not recent one, but there was one where he was like a computer simulation to like
that
a little bit,
like 15 days or something like that.
maybe, I don't know.
It's where you could see 21 hours into the past.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was very good. I like that. Yeah, so there's a Jackson Howard in the server with a Viper, Nick.
Jackson Howard. We haven't seen
Jackson
him.
Howard.
I'm glad we've seen him.
And Ermel also gets out another same old thing. Hasn't played too many amazing events to use those same old things.
He is decked out. It's like he's gone to the store and bought some amazing outfits, but it really has nothing in his pockets.
I hedge fund to get my monies. He's doing a good job at keeping me poor.
Yeah.
Because, we've seen other games where I was playing and I had like tons of money. Now I'm just at 10. That's not a lot for me. But yeah, R&D is quite secure. He doesn't have any kind of breakers. That's really, really bad. And he doesn't really have too much money either, so yeah. Coffee being made in the background because Hiveworld is that kind of place where you can say, "Give me a cappuccino, man," and they give you one.
Really?
Yeah.
It always makes me sad because every time I go to a game thing, do you know what they bring? Do you know what they bring in America to these game nights?
Mountain Dew?
Yes.
Oh man.
Mountain Dew and Diet Coke, and you're just sitting there going, couldn't I just have a nice cappuccino or something? There's Toby. Oh, Toby.
Yes, he does a inside job run on R&D, skips the Heimdall, and I guess clicks through Eli and sees 2 cards, but nothing of importance, no agendas.
Nothing important happened today.
I know that feeling, bro. I know that Dominic feeling. Yeah, so I guess I have a scoring window. I probably should score something. Do you think I will score something, Nick? Eventually.
I hope that somebody scores something soon.
Yeah, like we like almost half an hour into the game. Nobody scored anything yet. All right, something installed in the server. Maybe it's an agenda. Let's see about that.
And really, nothing's happened, really, at all. Really.
Well,
really.
Ermel did a lot of damage financially. Oh wow! Whoa! Look at this.
What's going on here?
2 cards inside in that server, and one of them is being advanced. Holy
And
crap!
you've got money, and you've got the talent. You got the tools.
Everything is looking peachy. Ermel thinks about this. It's really not going too well for Ermel. Same old things, an inside job on that thing. And then, of course, I res the Ash. So now I can think about how much money I want to invest into the Ash. Problematic situation. I'm thinking things through. Looking at how much money he has here. I think he has 4, right? Yeah, he has 4.
It looks like he has 4, yeah. Then he's got 3. He's got 1 click on Katie.
So how much would you invest into an Ash?
All of it. All in, all the time.
No,
that's
if
my
I do
motto.
all in, then he can not break the trace and then trash Ash and then run again.
That's true.
It's a tricky situation.
But it's a trace 4, and he's only got 4.
He pays it.
I just increase it.
I didn't increase it. He pays it.
I just increase it by 2. Why wouldn't you do that?
Oh man, it's an 8 APD! Oh man! Of course it's an APD! Oh, so he cannot score this. Oh, and he cannot trash the Ash either. Oh
Man, I don't know why he didn't just flip you off right there, or one of you guys flipped each other off.
Oh gosh, this is so mean. So mean. He just wasted 2 clicks in the same old thing and 2 credits.
You needed to make finger guns right there, or something.
No, he wasted more credits. Oh man, that was. I'm happy with this way. But I guess if you knew, I mean, NAPD is such a successful agenda, and if you advance something once in HB, it's probably an NAPD.
Stupid NAPD.
Because what else could it be, right? It couldn't be like an HB specific agenda.
Priority requisition. Or no.
We wouldn't do that, right? It would be like twice advanced.
Yeah.
So he clicks Katie Jones, and of course I use this opportunity to score. Finally, Nick, first 2 points, half an hour in. Not a very fast start for this game.
Congratulations on that contract you've given to the police department.
I'm working together with the police to stop the hackers. I wonder, Nick, you said you don't like Uplink?
Not really.
It's the best game ever.
No. I was just making fun of you for playing a game.
Alright, okay.
I have never actually played Uplink.
Because, dear listeners, if you like Netrunner, you should get into the game called Uplink, which is a computer game where you are a hacker and you hack into things. Sweet, really great. Meanwhile, Ermel gets out a data sucker. And considers his situation. I also consider his situation. Katie Jones being clicked.
Katie Jones. Man.
Nice. Successful demonstration.
I've got time on Final Fantasy 15.
I guess he did run somewhere, and I stopped him. Oh yeah, he ran on Archives, and I rest the caduceus there.
Yeah.
So I could do the successful demonstration now, and then add the restructure as well. What are you laughing about?
I just laugh about how much joy you find in a successful demonstration.
I love it. It's the best. Especially now, because that move with the NAPD was really like a harsh setback for him after such a long game.
Yeah.
And being able to put salt in the wound right now is emotionally and really, really, really a strong move right now. It's a power move. Because look at me, and I'm at 15 credits, and he's at, we don't see, but he has 9 credits on Katie Jones, so. But no breakers whatsoever. I think he's 1 credit only. Yeah, 1 credit. It doesn't look so well, Nick. It doesn't look so well for Ermel.
He'll be all right. I have faith in Ermel. He'll be all right. I loved that cartoon.
I really love Garfield. Because cats are exactly like that, except for the lasagna thing. That's creepy.
I don't know. My cat might love lasagna.
Oh yeah, they would eat it until they die or puke.
My new cat Jack, he lost an eye to lasagna.
To food.
Yeah.
To food. Well, he's a little bit like normal, one-eyed for normal.
Yeah.
Jackson Howard lost an eye due to a lasagna. You heard it here first.
He was trying to teach dinosaurs. All right.
Dinosaurs in oh wait a minute, things are happening. So we have a special order.
Special order. Hopefully,
Ermel hasn't seen any breakers, and he gets out a breaker. It is Mimic.
Somebody pointed out how awful the artwork is on special or priority or special order.
Yeah,
and now I can't not see it.
It is not the best.
Yeah.
There's multiple cards, but I also hate the artwork on StimHack.
Yeah. Well, you also don't like not cerebral. It is cerebral imaging.
Yeah. No, not cerebral imaging. You mean subliminal messaging.
Every time.
All right, we see. Oh no, he discarded a legwork. He acknowledged that he cannot access my HQ. And he has a Mimic on his hand right now. We know that, but with Mimic he will be able to access my archives at best. So I'm not exactly sure what he's trying there. I guess he wants to have a sentry breaker out to protect himself against the mean stuff. I installed a card in that server with a ash, and I protected additionally with additional ice, Nick.
I have been kind of disappointed. If you need to put another ice in front of Jackson Howard so that it looks like a normal curve.
Maybe I will do, because I think the card I installed in there is a accelerated beta test. Alright, he gets out the Mimic, and doesn't do much else. He just clicks Katie Jones and nothing else. So I scored the accelerated beta test, as I said. I'm at 4 credits. I'm not activating the accelerated beta test.
Oh, why not? You've got a Jackson there.
And I think I drew a lot of ice, and I know that I haven't drawn a lot of agendas yet.
That's true.
So the agenda density is pretty. I'm counting agendas, and I think the agenda density is pretty high in my R&D right now. Sneak door beta, man! Ermel's strategy pays off. I was wondering why he installed the Mimic, but that's great. With the sneak door beta out, he can now, for 2 credits, access my HQ. Wow, nice. But he only sees a rotor turret on there. Ermel is a little bit grumpy right now. I can understand. I know that Dominic feeling. Oh, look at this! Look at this! We have a emergency shutdown on the Heimdall. Ermel opening his options for R&D runs as well now.
I will use this R&D interface.
Yeah, that's the problem with R&D interface. I prefer to have Maker's Eye, simply because it comes out of nowhere. You're not committed to the R&D runs. Hedge funding up. And then icing up archives, because you have to, right? With R&D with sneak door beta out. And then I install a card in the server protected by Caduceus. Draws a card.
He's got... Oh, man.
Uses Mr. Lee, actually.
Mr. Lee.
Never leave town, Gabe. Never leave town. Mr. Lee wants to see your butt. Alright, we have a sneak door beta run. Do I res? Would you res, Nick?
I think it's worth it to drain him of some money, because all you're going to do is and depending on what the ice is. If it's ice that's going to cause him some problems, you didn't do it at all. I guess also if you don't have any things in your hand, then why not?
Maybe I have better plans for this money. I mean, I have 16 credits. That's a lot, but it's not the world, Just one tall boost rest, and this money is halved. He does it again. Now I decide to rest. Oh, it's a Bastion. Which will stop him.
A fine ice.
I was okay with just 1 run, but with 2 runs, I gotta say, man, this is going too far, Ermel.
That is just right out.
And then I res an Eve campaign. Man, I feel pretty good about my situation right now. I'm in control. Ermel has opened some chances for him, but with Eve campaign out, wow. There's just so many things he has to get rid of. There is an untrashed Ash out there. Wow. Nick, I think we should make a Trash Ash t-shirt.
Trash Ash. We really need to make a Caprice shirt, too.
Oh, yeah. But Trash Caprice is not that funny.
No, not Trash Caprice, but we just need something. We need something.
Trash Ash. Alright. What about now? What about now? Installing an ice in front of the Eve campaign. And then we restructure. Nice.
Gotta restructure. How's Bioroid always making such massive things?
Had to defend Eve campaign a little bit there because I really need the money from Eve campaign, and he does have the Mimic out, so he would be able to break the Caduceus on being in front of Eve campaign because it is a sentry. I'm really good at keeping him out right now because he's actually not installing any breakers. There we go!
Oh,
We have a Yogg!
Don't speak of the devil, man. He will appear.
Alright, so, but with Yogg out, he can't do that much. I mean, there's Vipers, but he always has to spend a Data Sucker token for the Vipers because they are Strength 4 and not Strength 3. Are they?
Yogg, Strength 3?
No, the Vipers.
Vipers. Oh, let me see.
He runs on the HQ and I don't trust the ice.
Trace 3, Strength 4.
And he trashes the Jackson Howard. Strength 4, yes. So yeah, it's not the ideal situation he does. He finishes his turn right there. He still has two data sucker tokens. And I replaced an ice on HQ. I didn't rest it because apparently it wasn't useful at this point. I guess it was some kind of code gate.
Man, look at all this money you have now.
And I restructure. Yeah, if campaign is like the staying power kind of asset. If it stays around for a long time, you get a lot of money from this. It's very efficient. It's the iron engine of assets. Not a lot of thrust, but a lot of delta V, if you know what I'm saying.
Delta V. Speaking of Delta V, I heard that you ordered some Soylent.
Yeah. Soylent, the food of the future. I wonder, what kind of runner would eat Soylent?
I think that Wizard is a poop socker, and so he probably would.
Yeah, Wizard would definitely eat Soylent.
Yeah.
But would Noise eat Soylent? Hard to tell, right?
Noise? I think that Noise is a foodie.
I would say Andromeda would definitely not eat Soylent.
No. But she might pay other people to say she eats Soylent.
I think Kit would maybe eat Soylent because she's a robot, and she may be like Robocop and eats like baby food. I assume that she's like Robocop.
Yeah, I see Noise as like one of the uptight hippie people, hipster peoples that only eat the most amazing food and they're secretly super rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using Jackson Howard, I guess I'm not seeing the agendas I want to see. I need one more agenda to win the game, and I really want to see the 3-point agenda, so I'm using Jackson Howard. I guess there were agendas in my discard pile. I'm not exactly sure. Or maybe I'm just want to clear the server for. Maybe I have the second Jackson Howard in my hand. I really want to. I don't know what I'm doing there. I know what the strategy is right now. It's going well, but I guess I don't have agendas. See, I think you're right with Noise, because there is this beautiful art on the Alt Art Wild slide. Or is it Wild Side? Where Noise is dancing with a lady there. And it's not. It's looking like some fancy ballroom dancing.
See, I don't. Maybe that's it. But like, Noise is just that guy who's like, well, I need all of this really expensive stuff, and then he just goes out to the store and buys it.
Whoa, Nick! Something major happened right now. I installed and cart in that scoring server with a Ash and advanced it twice. This might be the game-winning agenda for me, and Ermel hasn't scored a single agenda at this point.
Uh-oh. And you've got 3 ice and all the money in the world. But if he can get you down under 3 he might have an extra turn or two.
Look at me, I have 23 credits. There's just nothing I can't res. I could even res a curtain wall. Man, I should play a variant of this deck with 2 curtain walls splashed into it. Just to see people's jaws drop when I res the curtain wall. Running on R&D. Ermel running on R&D. I'm not resing the outer ice. He sees 2 cards. Something he can trash. Probably in EVE campaign. He does trash. Oh! It is Melange Mining Corp. And then he. Oh! It is an exerted beta test. Ermel scores in Agenda. Great!
Oh!
But if he can't do anything about my agenda up in that server, he will lose the game. Clicks Katie, and I win the game.
You win the game.
I win the game.
Yes.
It's that easy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that easy.
Done.
I wonder why he didn't. I mean, you know, if you see that somebody will win, you probably at least should make him the rest of the ice.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of ice there was. Oh, Heimdall? Okay, never mind. Oh, Tollwood. This would have been a very, very fun run. Alright, so this is the first game of the fifth round in this Swiss round. The second game went at time, so again, we're not going to show the second game, but I won there with a time twin. So, but I didn't win obviously the entire tournament because most of my games only had one game or one full game. So yes, it was a huge tournament and I was very excited about this. What did you think about this tournament, Nick?
I was happy to see some non-meta decks in this tournament. It always makes me happy.
Yes, people are experimenting. I'm glad that people are experimenting and not just, you know, curb stomping everybody, each other until there's no tomorrow.
There isn't a tomorrow? Uh-oh.
There is no tomorrow because we are going to do something to the planet, Nick.
Hide the planet! Hide the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Kermit the Frog.